These are the 5 worst words you can say. Now, we always have these conversations in our own head about things that we should or shouldn't do or can do. And we have conversations with other people in the world. We're always trying to figure out, like, should we do this thing? Can I? Am I capable of doing it? Because let's be honest, right now you want something more than what you got. Like, if we're really being honest, the truth is you want something more, but you haven't been bold enough to go after it yet. Or you haven't desired this thing enough to be able to get out of your pain point or the crazy place you're at. So what happens is you start having conversations about how I get that thing I want. Like, how do I get more of this? Or you have a conversation with somebody else and they tell you, oh, you shouldn't have that. Yeah, it's not gonna be something you can actually live in or have or experience. It's not a real job, it's not a real world. And the truth of the matter is, when we really break it down to the core of who we are, there's always this conversation running. This conversation is this: there's something I have to do to get there. And as I start to look at that thing I have to do to get there, there's something I'm met with that doesn't seem like it's what I'm used to doing, or I know how to do it very well. So what I end up doing is telling myself, that's not who I am. These are 5 worst words you can say at the end of the day, because when you start thinking about the different aspects of what it's going to take for you to get somewhere, it's going to be stuff you are not used to doing right now. Things you've been thinking about doing, maybe you've been told you should do, but somewhere along this path you start realizing that's hard, or it's difficult, or somebody said, you can't do that, you're not smart enough, not enough money, not enough experience, not enough time. No matter what this thing is, this kind of becomes a conversation in the background, and what you really find out is you start having these thoughts of, but that's not who I am. And now what happens, you get met with this wall, and the center wall is the one that separates everybody who has a dream and the actual dream. And this wall says, well, that's not who I am. I don't say that, I don't do that, I don't have that, I've never been there. It's not who I am. And the moment that becomes a conversation that you own, you accept, you think is actually you, is the moment you fail. Because now what happens, no matter what it is that you do, you will always hit that wall. You will never get past, you'll never have success. I don't care what strategy you buy, what coach you hire, what you do, no matter what it is, the wall of, but that's not who I am, becomes your ending wall. You might as well dig a plot, put a little tombstone there and bury yourself, because that's the place you're gonna die with that dream. But how do you get past it, right? How do you have this kind of overcoming mindset? Well, here's what you do. Tell yourself the opposite. It's who I am. It's who I'm gonna be. What I'm gonna get done. And because what happens in that conversation, it empowers you. It gives you something more than most people have, a little bit of hope, a little bit of confidence. You might look crazy, which is normal. Think about all the successful people you know. They all look a little bit crazy. Do something weird. You're not gonna be accepted by everybody, but the truth is those people who are a little bit weird are the ones that succeed, and they're weird because they're abnormal. They are different. We don't want to be normal. If you want a dream that's big and great, it's going to be abnormal. It's going to be different, which means you must be abnormal. You must be different. This wall of it's not who I am must be torn down, buried, pushed through like the Berlin Wall, and completely reshaped to where in your head you start thinking about this conversation and having a change. And what it becomes is you saying, that's who I am now. How do I get there? I take those actions. I do that weird stuff. I stand here in the middle of a path having people walk by, and I continue to keep talking, knowing what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I'm the weird guy. I'm the abnormal person, and it's completely okay, because when it gets down to it and somebody sits and asks me, what do? I can tell them what I do. If they ever question me, I can say clearly, that's who I am. So you turn around with me and walk and look and look at the people that are here in this space and what I'm part of and how I do what I do, this is the life I live. This is who I am. There's no conversation in the back of my head of maybe it's not me. Get rid of the words that say it's not who I am. Replace them with this is who I am, this is how I show up. And when you do show up in those moments the way you're supposed to, life will show up for you the way you want. Thank you for watching. My name is Anthony Trucks, former NFL athlete, American Ninja Warrior, speaker, author, and founder of Identity Shift, where we help you make your next shift your best shift. And if you enjoyed this video, then I invite you to click the link below.